So see, like Gaurav Agarwal at 2013 topper, he had 300 marks in economics, optional, and he did not even have 100 marks in general studies paper 3, which is full of economics. Okay, so you cannot write like, you have to write like layman in UPSC paper, and in general studies, science and technology portion, you just have to focus on broad themes, on analysis part. Okay, you don't have to get into the nitty-gritty of everything. So science reporter पढ़ने की बिल्कुल जरूरत नहीं है, ठीक है? So your Indian Express, The Hindu, current affairs, and the material you get from your coaching classes, whichever you have joined, would suffice. Okay, about IR, international relations. So you need to, I would suggest, though no question is asked from the general thing, I would suggest read a book, any book you like on IR. Read NCERT or read a book by any author, so VP Rajiv Sikri or VP Dutt, any book you like. So because reading is important, because that gives you a background on international relations, how international relations work. Because question will be asked from the current affairs, like Anurag said, you need to read Lakshmikant. No question is now directly asked, write the definition of money bill or provisions of money bill, but you need to know about money bill if you want to answer a question on Aadhaar bill. Similarly, you need to know about the tenets of Indian foreign policy, how Indian foreign policy has evolved over the years to answer the question on current affairs. So if the question on, very simple question on India-Africa relation was asked, if you knew about the foreign policy angles, how it has evolved from 1950s, you would have easily answered the question. So I would suggest do read a book, just go through that book. Any book you like, you don't have to take any notes, you don't have to read that book again, you can read that book now, it will take you what, 6 hours, 8 hours, and just throw the book in the dustbin, you never have to read that book again. Okay, but do read that book once. Any book, VP Dutt, Sikri, or any book you like, or at least read NCERT. Okay, after that the questions will be mainly from the current affairs. All the questions on foreign policy are from the current affairs. So you need to analyze every aspect well. And in the answer, you have to write all aspects. So strategic aspect, economic aspect, military aspect, culture, people to people, economic. And you have to think from that perspective when you answer a question. Also, as Lakshya said, you have to answer every question from Indian perspective. Because question is asked from Indians, so they, if Brexit happened, a question on Brexit is asked, okay, and nothing is asked about India, even then you have to write a line or two about India. Because if it doesn't matter to India, there's no point in asking this question to UPSC aspirants, IAS aspirants. Okay, and the resources would be mainly your current affairs newspapers. Okay, your current affair booklets given by whichever coaching you would join, and 2 Rajya Sabha TV discussions, India's World and World Panorama. Okay, if you do them well, they would be sufficient. You don't need to read World Affairs. Okay, some people would suggest World Affairs. I never read World Affairs. You don't have to read World Affairs. Again, in international relations also, you will have to structure your answer well. You will have to answer from all the perspectives. You will need to take care of Indian side. Okay, and if you can draw certain maps, okay, like a question on Iran, Afghanistan, similar thing is asked. If you can draw a rough map, a rough outline, okay, this is Chabar port, near this is what China is working on, Gwadar port, okay, and some Central Asian countries, and okay, so this is Delaram, Jaranj highway. Okay, that would just, I mean, make your answer look better. Or page bhi bhar dega, obviously. Okay. ठीक है? So, if you can draw the diagrams, okay, अब again, diagrams की बात आती है, so you cannot go in the examination hall and think you would be able to draw the diagrams. You will have to practice this in the test series, not only in test series, घर पर. Okay, so do practice drawing rough maps of India, rough map of world. It would also help you in geography. Okay, wherever you can draw maps, just draw. I mean, like, मतलब UPSC में वही लगता है जो 10th क्लास में लगता था ना. आपको अपने आंसर को सजाना होता है. Like, again, okay, I would be speaking a very sexist sentence. Why girls get higher marks? I mean, it's not that they are intelligent or anything, but okay, I wanted to say they are not more intelligent or anything. They are equal to us. So, but they present their answers well. They structure their answers well. They draw a lot of diagrams. Okay, and we think we are superior. We think we can just impress the examiner by our handwriting, our content. But obviously we cannot do that. So do practice drawing diagrams. Again, I did not do that. I suffered. Okay, so do practice drawing diagrams. Okay, maps, they are important in geography, in history, in international relations. Okay, where you can draw flow charts. Like if you have less time in international relations question, you can simply write a strategic, economic, cultural, people to people, and all these, and give a brief conclusion. And a few more points, general points. Your first few questions should be written well, because examiners are humans. They think like us. So if you have written your first few answers well, they think you are intelligent, and obviously they would be biased, and they would award better marks in next few questions. Okay, I mean, this actually happens. This is a proven psychological research. You can read it on Thinking Fast and Slow book by a Nobel laureate. I've forgotten his name. But this is actually proven. Okay, so in first few questions, you can take 10 minutes. Like first 3 questions, you can take 30 minutes. But after that, you have to take 8.5 minutes to answer every question. Okay, and do try to answer all the questions. Even if you know something about a question, do try to answer a question. Don't answer a question, answer a question at least in 100 words. Don't go beyond 200 words, because if you go beyond 200 words, you won't be able to answer all the questions. Okay, I mean, these are just some basic things. Be disciplined, that's the key. If you are disciplined, if you write the test on time, if you analyze your mistakes, if you evaluate your friend's answer sheet, if you get your answer sheet evaluated by your friends, don't be afraid of mistakes. Don't be afraid of criticism. Take honest criticism. जैसे Insights or India, IS Baba, नाम नहीं लेना चाहिए, फिर भी ले रहा हूँ. पर चलता है ना, review my answer, okay, very good answer. That does not help. You get false hopes. Even if you write pathetic answer, they say, very good answer. You need to have somebody who can say you have written a bullshit. Okay, so if you write crappy answers, you need to be told you have written crappy answers. If you write fantastic answers, you need to be told you have written fantastic answers. But even then, you can always do better, obviously. Okay, so be disciplined, be focused, always write test on time. Okay, always write test on time again. And after the test, don't focus on marks, how many marks are you getting. But think if you are improving yourself. Over the last test, if you have improved yourself, not marks, but are you repeating the same mistakes again and again? Or are you committing new mistakes? If you are committing new mistakes, why are you committing them? Okay, and that would help. I think that would be sufficient. Thank you very much. I wish you all the best.